heavyweight champion. But he wasn't the undisputed in this weight category. But ladies and gentlemen, he shocked the world. He shocked the world. The one and only Terence Crawford is back. We got the champ up in here. We got the champ.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We got the champ horse.
Up the world.
We got him here.
Let's go.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Big time.
Yo.
Wow.
Terence Crawford is here. It's amazing to have him here. We've been watching this man for so many years. Can't tell you how many bad seats I had to sit through to get to this point. How much hustling I had to do to get in the fights. Horse, you were there with me.
Right there.
And I said, I know Terence, and that was our soul. Back then, they used to say soul. No, but I know Bud. That's my guy, soul. Now when I say his name, I get ringside seats, ladies and gentlemen. The undisputed Terence Crawford is here. I brag about it. I show people pictures that I took with Terence. So they know. Terence looking at me like, what the hell is going on? I show him, look at this picture of me and Terence. I taught him how to throw that hook. I just throw that in there. Tell Bomac, forgive me. But I taught him how to throw that hook. You know, I brag about it, man. I want to say congratulations, brother. I'm happy to see you, man. I feel like I won the titles.
You did, homie.
I did, right?
You did. We won that.
What's been the best part about this for you? You've been handling this so calmly and with so much serenity. Like, you know, we have yet to see you get hyped.
I don't know. I think the reason why I'm not as hyped as everybody thought I'd be because I already knew what I was capable of doing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, I just had to prove it to the people that doubted me. I didn't really have to prove it to myself. Because if you could remember, I was like, I don't need Spence. Spence need me. You know, I didn't really too much care about the fight no more because, you know, I couldn't get the fight. So when I finally got the fight, I was like, all right. I was excited. I was like, yeah, now I get to show the world, you know, the real Terence Crawford.
But you don't know what's going to happen when the bell first rings. You know, you can only go through it in your mind. You sat here and said, I don't know if this is going to be a hard fight. We don't know until we get in the ring. At what moment in that first round did you catch a feeling that, okay, I could dominate this, or I see how this is going to go?
When it first started, I already knew.
You knew when the bell rang?
I already knew. First and foremost, I knew he haven't faced a southpaw in some time now, and I think he only faced 2 southpaws in his whole career.
Yeah.
You know, so I was very confident. I trained my ass off for that fight. Like, I really trained. That's probably one of my hardest training camps, you know, and I knew mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually I was ready, you know, and I knew he didn't train as hard as I did. In my heart, I'm like, he didn't go through what I went through. So if it becomes a dog fight, he's not going to win.
He thought the opposite. He thought if it became a dog fight, he was going to break you down. We didn't see that, Horse. We didn't see that.
So you said this was your best training camp you ever had. You think that you put this most work in, you think, as far as fighting?
No, I'm saying it was my hardest training camp.
So it's your hardest, but you said it was hard to make that weight at 147.
For sure.
But you had a hard training camp. What did you do different in this camp that you didn't do in other camps?
I had a pre-camp.
Okay.
I ain't never had no pre-camp. So we had
What's a pre-camp?
We had a camp before camp, you know.
Wow.
So, you know, yeah, that was tough. Then, you know, actually going to camp. Then after camp, we going to Vegas, back to, you know, to finish up the finishing pieces. And, you know, then the rest is history.
But because for real, when you came in at 146, I was going, man, boy, got the 8-pack. I was like, yo, bud, you went hard this year. I mean, for real, you really went hard. And promoting the fight, it was funny because every time I seen y'all go face to face, as soon as you go face to face with him, you used to laugh. And I used to be like, yo, I don't know what it is about Bud. Bud is like not taking him as serious as everybody think that he is. He's looking at the fight like, is we serious? We about to do this for real? And I told you, like I told you outside, I really thought, like, what are they going to do to back out this fight? Because everything just seemed like around the fight, everything was happening. I mean, the audience was getting into it.
Yeah,
he was arguing back and forth with the crowd. Backstage, other boxers were getting slapped. I was like, hey, man, there's a lot going on over here right now. I said, is this fight going to go on, or is Bud going to get active and jump in the crowd and it's all going to go off? So to see this fight go down and the performance that you put on, man, I mean, it's hands down masterpiece, man. It's a masterpiece performance, man.
Appreciate it.
Did you watch it yet?
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Nah, you watched it more than that. Come on.
Oh, really? You know, because at first you couldn't get it. It wasn't on YouTube or anything.
That's true. Yeah.
And I had to wait to get a link, and then I watched it the other day.
Was it exciting looking at yourself go to work like that?
Yeah, of course. You know, when I look at myself, I always try to look at my flaws, look at the things that I could have did better in the ring, or things that I missed. Like, dang, man, I should have threw a body shot right there. Or dang, I should have did this or that. You know, so I'm always critiquing myself.
What's the flaws you saw in this fight? I ain't see no flaws.
Yeah, I was like, what did you see?
Oh, man, I left a lot on the table, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of hard on myself, so, you know, looking at little things like in the inside or things that I could have did, you know, on the outside, I look at a lot.
Man, but
you think you could have ended the fight sooner?
Of course.
When did you feel like you could have if you wanted to end the fight?
Well, I wouldn't say I think I could have, because Errol is a tough opponent. He's a tough fighter. He's a great fighter. So he wasn't going to lay down or sit down for nobody. So I can't even say that. You know, the fight stopped when it was supposed to happen.
Terence Crawford is here, 2-time undisputed champion right here. Nobody could say they done that. I love Errol Spence Jr. It was a hard thing for me because you and I feel closer. But Errol's a fan, a friend of the show, the whole nine. What did he do well, you thought?
Well, I thought he was just, you know me, a fighter that's very consistent in what he's doing. Like, you know, he's consistent with his jab. He's consistent with going to the body. He's consistent with cutting the ring off. So, you know, everything that he does was just basic, but it was consistent. You know, and that's how he break a lot of his opponents down, because it's the constant pressure, it's the constant jabs, it's the constant wear and tear from the body and stuff like that. So, you know, everything starts with the jab. Everything ends with the jab. And so we knew coming into the fight, we're going to take his jab away.
Love it, man. I love Tracy's a boxing fanatic. Last time you came, she didn't get a chance to really ask a question. And so this time she has some really expert boxing questions.
All right, when it comes to sportsmanship, do you and Spencer, any other opponent, do you guys have an opportunity to speak to each other outside of the ring when the fight ends? And is it possible to even have a true friendship with someone in such a violent sport?
Of course. Of course. You know, I spoke to him after the fight happened, and I wouldn't say we friends because, you know, we don't kick it or anything like that, but we got mutual respect for each other. And I became friends with a few fighters that I've fought. You know, it's just business at the end of the day. We all doing the same thing, and that's trying to provide food on our table for our families.
Right. Is there like a kind of, I don't know, an order of actions where, you know, when it comes to politics, when the person loses, concedes, they call that new president, you know, and give congratulations. Is there an order where it's like the person who lost calls the winner, or the person who wins? Is there a responsibility that falls on someone to make that first call?
Hey, man, great job whipping my ass.
I've never got my ass whipped like that. Appreciate you. You want to go off for coffee?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because my boy hit me. We had a big fight party at the house. It was huge. It was gigantic.
Bridge business.
Yeah,
Amen.
it was a big party, and my boy hit me and was like, "Yo, T-Bud beat the rematch at a
rematch.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a rematch." So you mentioned the business side of it. So if that, and I don't know if I'm speaking too soon, but if that rematch doesn't happen, I ran out because the Charlo brother was talking shit, and you was like yelling. I'm like, "Yo, they gonna fight right now?" So is that the next fight?
Well, he about to fight Canelo in I believe September or somewhat, but you know he's got obligations to fulfill with that fight.
Another fight, okay.
And you know me, I'm just chilling right now, enjoying my victory.
Take your time, man.
Take your time. Victory.
Bud was talking shit to Charlo in the ring
I
during
know,
the fight.
You next.
But that's what I was.
Who does
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was looking at because it was like it ain't gonna be no rematch.
It
So
ain't gonna be no rematch.
No.
Wow. The fight reportedly sold 650,000 PPVs, pay-per-views, generating $55 million in revenue. It also
Ching, ching.
generated over $20 million for ticket sales.
that's dope. Congratulations.
My brother, Terence Crawford.
Congratulations.
My brother. This is my brother.
Congratulations.
Hey, Terrence, I want to take
you
you.
say this real
Go
quick.
ahead. My bad, homie.
Congratulations, because Terence Crawford has had a really checkered career behind the scenes. You know, being an independent-minded boxer, having to leave management he was with before, kind of being shut out of the big fights because he's so talented and he would be a liability to anybody. And through his patience, his perseverance, and tenacity, here you are. And now you're starting to enter the realm where you can make the kind of money Mayweather was making. You know what I mean? What is your vision with money of this size? Other than taking care of your family and yourself, do you have a vision of what you would like to do once you're able to make that kind of money?
To be honest, I don't even think about that stuff.
Okay.
Like I ain't even got no vision.
Okay.
You know, my sights ain't even set on that right now.
On what you gonna do once money start coming in?
Well, money already there.
Okay, you heard that shit. That's my brother. That's why we blood related.
Now you a cousin.
But you got to think about that, because I would imagine at some point, because how many stories have we heard of boxers and athletes who have made a lot of money and then at the end of their career they didn't have any left?
That's because they didn't have no plan.
Okay.
You know, I started my plan probably like 2013.
Okay.
You know, so I already had a plan. Like I said before, I wasn't gonna fight Spence, and that was probably gonna be the end of it. You know, I could have retired then, can retire now, and be comfortable because of the investments that I had, you know, put forth in years ago.
I love that.
Congrats.
Okay, cool. All right. I know we got a lake on that, a house on the lake we're gonna be fishing in. Go ahead, Orson.
Hey, but I want to take you to the.
I'm family. Terrence can't get me. I'm stuck. He's stuck with me.
I want to go to the post-fight interviews after the fight, and you were sitting up there and you seen a room full of writers and supporters of boxing. They wrote all of these things. They wrote you off. They said you was too small. How did that feel to look those guys in the face after the performance you put on? And you look, because you called out one of the guys' name. I can't remember his name. He's like, "Why are you looking so sad, man? You wrote me off. You said I was too small. You guys were saying I didn't deserve this division. The WBO wasn't being respected." How did it feel to see all those writers and historians that was writing all this bullshit about you and look them in the face?
It felt good to be up there at the top of Mount Rushmore by yourself. You know, but at the same time, to see these people that control boxing,
yes,
that's so mad, you can hear a penny hit the ground.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was disrespectful. You know, because I'm like, dang, why everybody looking mad? Everybody
like they had
sitting
a
around
funeral.
there. Yeah, everybody sitting around there looking sad and stuff. And then I'm just like, man, these is the people that control boxing. It should always be neutral. When you a boxing writer, you're supposed to be doing this for the sport of boxing, you know, not leaning towards Terrence, not leaning towards Spence. I don't need you leaning towards me. Just call it how it is, you know. But when I got up on the stage, everybody was
That was
what y'all sad for? Y'all mad?
You want some too, old man?
Right. You know what I mean? Y'all lost some money.
All right, man. We got a lot of callers that want to talk to you real quick. You know, we got this a special edition. First of all, when we first started our podcast, Bridge Business, Terrence, you were one of the first people we interviewed.
Wow.
And so I want to thank you for that.
Yes.
You know, because, you know, we love boxing.
Yes. For sure.
Yeah, you was one of the first people. This was during the pandemic.
Yep.
You remember that?
Yes.
You came on the Zoom, so I'm always going to rock with you. But our listeners love boxing. They love you. Jamal's on the line from Newark. Go ahead, Jamal. What
Jersey,
you want to say?
stand up.
Okay.
Jersey, stand up.
Newark.
Hey, what's going on, Sway and everyone? Thank you for the time. I'm real quick, Mr. Crawford. I'm between patients right now. You don't remember me, but when you were back in Omaha, Nebraska, my dad was a custodian, and you were doing a lot of amateur fights. And I have a picture of you with me, super, super small, and you had your arm around me. And seeing you now, and first of all, congratulations, since beating Spence and all the accolades that you have. My only question was motivation. I mean, man, you've been boxing since you were 7. I've been watching you since forever. Other than family, I know you said money is whatever, but what else is a huge motivation every day that keeps you being, E. Crawford or Bud or just nasty at your sport?
To be honest, 100% honest, I believe it was Spence. Me being able to get in the ring with him and prove everybody wrong, because I'm a big competitor, and I've been dealing with this for five years, and this was something that I really wanted a long time ago, and I've been calling for, and I think just proving everybody wrong was my motivation in this fight.
Hey, Jamal, great question, even though you from Jersey. Thank you.
Don't do that.
All right, we got Chew on the line. Chew is
Chew.
one of our podcast ambassadors. He's in the streets in Louisiana. Chew places bets on fights too, and Chew actually bet against you, Terrence. So I want to bring him up on air. Chew, what up, baby? How you doing?
Chew, was you in that crowd of reporters looking sad?
Don't change, loser.
Hey, what up, family? What up, family?
Go ahead, Chew.
Hey, bud, I told you last time I was a big fan of both of y'all. I picked Spence because I thought of the Olympic pedigree. I thought that might be the difference. Never have I been more wrong. But by the way, Sway, I did not lose any money because nobody wanted to bet whenever it was time to bet. So I didn't lose any money on the fight, luckily.
Came out even.
But I was at the fight, and congratulations, man. I can't say anything negative towards you. You're a true champ.
Yeah,
you're a people's champ.
Yes.
I have nothing but respect for you. The question I have is, Errol alluded to wanting the rematch clause, but he asked, would you do it at 154? Is that your call, or is that the promoter's call, and would you even think about moving up to 154 to fight him?
Okay, so first of all, I need you to say I'm a loser.
Let's go. I never say that, but I did pick against.
No, you got to say you're a loser.
But I'm a big fan of yours.
You got to say you're a loser. You lost, right? You picked against me and lost. You got to say you're a loser.
I didn't lose nothing, though. I didn't lose nothing.
You lost your call.
I lost the call. All right, I lost the call.
Okay.
No, but yeah, it's definitely my call. The ball's in my court. What they say, I'm the A side now, so everything is on my side.
The A side.
Would you consider moving up to 154 and fighting him?
Of course.
Or is that out the question?
Of course. Like I said, 154 was already in the near future, and yeah, we can do that at 54 as well.
All right. Hey, Chew.
Can't wait.
Wait, man. Hey, Chew, take that L with pride, though.
Yeah. Okay. No. Hey, big fan of both, Sway.
Okay.
If you got to pick a side, you got to pick a side.
Got to pick a side. Yes. That's what Drake says.
But I'll tell you this, in the next fight, I'll just watch. How about that?
Okay. There you go, man. You're a super citizen.
Sway in the morning.
I saw Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes and daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow,
man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know. The people might want to see that one, though, bro. That's just for the spectacle of it.
That's the only thing left, really, after, like, with 154, after he beat the Charlo brother. I mean, what's really next? I mean,
I'm not coming back down.
That's
when
what I'm
I
saying.
go up, I'm not coming back down. So
too hard, dude.
It's a wrap.
And all them dudes from 147, they going to try to stay there because they ain't going to come up. Bud right there at 154, so they ain't going to come up. So they're going to stay right there and have to fight.
The thing with you and Ennis, is this just fun competition, or is that really something is he on your list?
Nah, not really, but he's talented. They doing everything they supposed to do to promote him, but he don't bring nothing to the table right now at this point in my career.
Yeah.
He ain't really fought nobody that he can say that he's worthy enough to, step in the ring with me. Like, not saying that his skills not worthy enough.
Yeah.
Not saying he's not talented enough, but right now that's not a mega fight for me.
Yeah, you got to think from a business perspective. A lot of people faulted Mayweather for how he selected the fights he made, but it was always a business with him, right? You can't be fighting you got to earn your right to the belts.
Man, I had to pick my stuff out the dirt. I wasn't handed nothing. I had to fight tooth and nails to get to where I'm at. I didn't have no backing. I didn't have no big support system or any of that. So, can't nobody tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I don't care who you is. You can't tell me nothing. I got it the hard way.
Yeah, Bud.
Talk that shit. Y'all can't tell us nothing.
You put yourself in it again? Us, you said?
Yeah, man. Bud said.
Hey, Bud,
me, he said.
Speaking on boxing, and you got short from the mud, why isn't the WBO respected as far as the belts? Like, they always give the belts for IBF, WBA, WBC, but when it come down to the WBO, they don't want to give them the same type of props as far as with fight.
I think it's mainly because, Top Rank is more predominant WBO. Okay. And they feel as if, since the WBA, the IBF, and the WBC been around longer than the WBO, that they don't really consider that a mega belt, I would say.
Because you was the second fighter that did that. I think Boo Boo Andreas had the WBO, and he wanted to fight Canelo. And he was like, I'll never fight you. And I was like, what is it about the WBO belt that nobody want to get it to collect all the belts? Because to be the champion, undisputed, you got to get all of them, right? So that's why I was wondering, because I know you with the WBO. And I was like, man, why are they giving Bud such a hard time to get these fights?
It wasn't that I was the WBO champion. That definitely wasn't it. It was who I am and what I bring to the table. And, if you don't got to fight this guy, then you don't got to fight this guy. So just leave him over there and let him do what he do, and we going to do what we do over here with 3 belts.
He like the J. Cole of boxing. Did it your way, right? And so, and now you in total control. PBC did the deal with Canelo, right? The 3-fight deal for $100 million. Would you consider something like some type of partnership like that?
I don't know. We got to see.
Okay. We got to see, Heather. He said we got to see.
I heard we that time. That was one we.
Yeah, because I got a team, man. We got to see what makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Now that you're in this position, what you're seeing here is an outlier who actually came in and beat the system, and now he's at top. So the business has to run through Terence Crawford.
He disrupted it.
He disrupted the business. So now this is the time where the business could change. We hear a whole lot of discrepancies about boxing. How would you like to see boxing improve if you had it your way?
If I had it my way, I would like to see, boxing improve more so, health-wise, a pension after boxing. I would like for it to be just one title, and you don't got to pay for it. Why do we got to pay to be the champ?
Yeah.
If we, put our lives on the line, our blood, sweat, and tears, why do we got to give these sanction bodies a percentage of it? I don't get that. You know what I mean? Y'all not in there fighting. Y'all just make a belt. In reality, it's just a trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm paying you for a trophy every time I fight.
Wow.
So I would want it like that. And I would just want it, more fair into like the rankings and if somebody worthy enough to fought to get to a point where they can challenge for a title, then get that person that shot. You know? Don't hold that person back because you can make more money with this opponent. Let everybody get their shot on down the line.
Make it fair. I like it. Give this man a round of applause, man. Family. Anything coming up? I know you're gonna be fishing.
Definitely.
I'm gonna hit you up.
You be faking.
I don't be faking. Let me tell you, man.
No
we shit this time. I say it every time. Go ahead. You can talk bad about me, but I'm coming through. I don't care. I'm coming to the house. I work every day, T.
All right then. So don't be saying you about to come fishing. Just say I'm gonna see you when you out there.
I'm gonna see you when you fishing. No, I'm gonna roll them. We'll see. I love I'm like you. I like to prove the world wrong too. Okay.
You gonna pull up?
I'm gonna pull up on him. Because I'm saying it's gonna happen. All he got to do is send me the location.
He was saying that you were saying it before.
I've said it for years,
okay.
Heather. But
just asking.
Yeah. And I have been fishing too since I saw you last. We're gonna end this conversation. Give Terence Crawford a big round of applause real quick.
Terence, is that the first thing you ate after all of that like heavy training and strict regimen? What did you eat after like the fight was over and you was back to just doing your thing?
Man, I ain't eat nothing really. I think at the Top Golf, I ate a slice of old pizza that was out.
Not old pizza. What?
Damn, that just doesn't sound right, man. We're gonna talk about your diet.
But, I still ain't ate nothing really crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what else, too, Terrence? I want to ask, in the fight, when did you start feeling sorry for the dude, man?
Around probably like the 6th round.
6th round, you started feeling sorry, like yo.
I wouldn't say feeling sorry because that was a fight.
I was feeling. Listen, I love boxing. I ain't never say yo stop the fight. I'd be like get his ass kicked. But I mean, come on now.
Listen, man, we ain't you in there. I'm like Drago. You dies.
Yo.
No, man, when you fighting, you gotta have that killer mentality. You gotta have that in you. You know what I mean? I never wanna, hurt somebody where they can't go back to their family. But at the same time, you gotta have that mental. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna let up because anything can happen. It only take one shot.
Yeah.
One shot and either you knocked out or you can brain damage or blood on the head or you can die. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you got to always be focused. You got to always, stay on your P's and Q's because not only is this man swinging and fighting back hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Did he hit hard?
No,
his punch wasn't hard?
Not at all.
Wow.
Really. I said it like I said it. You know what I mean? In the interview, like I was expecting more. I already knew I was strong, physically strong. I've been physically strong my whole life, even though I was skinny. But you know what I mean? When he hit me with a left, boom, it was like bam. I was like, that's it. I'm like, oh, all right.
Like, that's it?
Wow.
Damn.
And I always said since my HBO days, I always said, if a fighter can't hurt me, to where I'm respecting him, then it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night. Cause when in doubt, it's gonna be a dog fight. When we about to just fight it out, tooth and nails. Cause I'm not just about to let you do what you want to do with me.
I love it. Terence Crawford, you deserve a parade.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You got one coming?
Saturday, pull up.
No.
Pull up.
They having a
So you
parade.
don't work on Saturdays.
My daughter's birthday is this
yeah,
weekend.
yeah. That's a fact.
Bring it to the
My
parade.
daughter's birthday this weekend. She's in L.A. I swear I would bring her if I could. I might not be able to make the parade, Terrence. I'm going to just be honest about it because I got to see my daughter.
Yeah, family first.
Family first. But there's a parade taking place where?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow.
We got a parade.
Let's go.
Toss it up.
We got a parade, man. And Jetta, didn't you go to school out there?
Oh, Lincoln.
He went to
Yep,
the University
yep,
of Nebraska.
He,
Yep.
he said you've been famous out there before people knew who you were.
yep. Definitely.
Yeah, man. That's going to be a parade. Omaha, come out. What time?
10 o'clock.
10 a.m.
That's beautiful.
All right, and let's celebrate. You know, this means as long as he's fighting, as long as he's bringing commerce to that economy, you know, it's going to grow. Whenever there's a champ in the city, the economy grows. He's a tourist attraction. Look what Floyd did with Vegas.
Yes.
He could do it with Omaha, man. I'm proud of you,
Word.
Terrence, man. Congratulations,
That's
brother.
dope.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, brother. Thank you, man.